300 versus 600. This question is a question I've been wanting to answer for a long time, not because I've received it, but because I think it would be an interesting question. In the past 3 years, having the level of experience I've had with the 600 versus the 300 Adenauer, I think that it's fair to make a video comparing the two and comparing what ownership is like and discussing how significant the 600 is and how significant the 300 Adenauer is. So, the only Adenauer that I really feel holds a candle to the 600 is the D, because it's fuel injected and because it has improved brakes, at least towards the end of production. It has so much in common with the 300 SL that it has a certain essence that can't be duplicated in any carbureted vehicle. The 600, on the other hand, is still believed to be the best, most exclusive, most memorable luxury car that Mercedes has ever made. In fact, you could say that if it was not for the 300 Adenauer and if it was not for the 600, Mercedes would never have asserted its dominance in the automotive field. Yes, you could say that the 300 SL helped, but the 300 Adenauer spawned the 300 SL. In other words, the 300 SL would not exist without the 300 Adenauer's engineering provenance. So, let's delve into this question. Behind me is the 300 Adenauer that's been a resident here for the past few years. And as you remember from some past videos, my friend, well, bleeps, 600, 1972, silver on black, short wheelbase. I really feel that these two cars are more equals than they are rivals. You know, the 300, because it is mechanically fuel injected and because it has all this old world craftsmanship that can't be duplicated, really makes it an exclusive car. In fact, the 300 Adenauer has more in common structurally, suspension-wise, in its electrical system and especially in its fit and finish with a pre-war Mercedes. So the 300 Adenauer fits more in with a 770K grosser or a 540K Cabriolet C. One of those cars seems to really pair up well with the 300. Whereas the 600 is not really a car that you would think is a real modern car, but it is a very modern car. The hydraulic system in that car is so expensive to manufacture that anybody who would duplicate it today would have to sell their product for $500,000 or $600,000. The engineering in that car, with its lack of grease fittings, its pioneering use of rubber bushings, its mix of old technology such as a separate front subframe or a rear swing axle, with new technology such as sealed rubber bushings and ball joints or an automatic climate control system, really shows that Mercedes was using the 600 as a rolling test bed for their modern technologies. And the end of 300 Adenauer production and the beginning of Type 600 production really represents a break in Mercedes-Benz engineering, where the pinnacle of engineering shifted from the sort of World War II mindset engineering, where everything was overbuilt and insanely over-engineered and overcomplicated and basically bulletproof, to a sort of modern engineering standpoint where efficiency was designed into the car. However, make no mistake, the 600 sacrificed nothing in durability. I would say for somebody who's trying to decide between a 300 Adenauer and a 600, the 600 is generally recognized as the more expensive car to keep up with. And that's true. It has more systems. Most 300 Adenauers didn't even have air conditioning. But I wouldn't say that you're going to be missing a whole lot with the 300 Adenauer. The car is incredibly solid. It rides well. It handles well. It does stop well for how heavy it is and the fact it has drum brakes. The 600 is going to be more expensive to keep up. And so I'd say for somebody who may not want to swing the insane $10,000 per shop visit costs of owning a 600, the 300 Adenauer is a pretty worthy fill-in, although it may not scratch your itch in the power and performance category. Anyway, for more questions on the W100 or the W189 or the W186, drop us a line. This is the only channel on the web where these things are actually discussed with any sort of fluency. Nobody else has that ability. So we're bringing you archival knowledge from the Mercedes Benz, from the Mercedes Benz of yesteryear, and believe me, it is my pleasure to bring it to all of you. So share, like, subscribe, and if you have any questions about these magnificent cars, drop us a line, and in a few weeks it will get answered. Keep checking the wall because it will get answered, I promise. Thanks.